Hello everyone, you are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. So guys, in this video that you're going to be watching, you're going to see Fashola and hear him how he's advising Nigerians to stop depending on God too much. That in everything we do, we always call on God. You know, it's making us not to have confidence in what we do. If we raise our hands, we call God. If we do this, we call God. That is just what he's trying to say in that video. Nigeria's Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, has urged Nigerians to stop relying totally on God for success. In his explanation, Fashola said it is becoming too often to include God's name in every conversation. He urged Nigerians to work harder and leave God out of everyday problems. Speaking on Hard Copy, a program on Channels Television, the minister said total reliance on God reduces the confidence of our humans that they achieve anything on our own. There's enough work for God to do, but we have not done our own share. So when our children pass, we thank God. When we build house, we thank God. When we win a match, we thank God. When we do anything in our daily conversation, there is too much God. We should get to work. It's a mindset thing. In my view, it then doesn't give you confidence that you achieve anything if everything has been done by God. I know that God says work and pray, but are we working? We want to win a sports event or a match. We don't prepare, we pray. No, it won't happen. So guys, I would like you to watch this video and we'll come back to what we think concerning what he has said.
Well, there are two broad views. First of all, for those who think that there is a real divide between Christians and Muslims, I tell them just go to the marriage registry on Thursday. Just go there, and you will see how irrelevant it is to those young men and women setting out on their life. They are marrying themselves. And you will see marriages from the south of Nigeria every Saturday. Check. So Igbo is marrying Yoruba, Yoruba is marrying Fulani, Fulani is marrying, it's going on. So those who want to divide the country are the ones hyping these things. People are getting on with their lives. I did a survey 2 years ago, I repeated it last year, asking people how they first saw themselves. In the heat of this restructuring, we want to go, and 72% of Nigerians said that they first saw themselves as Nigerians. The remaining 25%, and I can share that study with you, the remaining 25% were those who then saw themselves according to the region they came from, or their ethnic group, or their religion. 72% overwhelmingly said they see themselves first as Nigerians, nothing else. Those are numbers, they don't lie. Now, the other part of religion is...
But especially when it comes to playing politics.
No, the other part of religion that I want to call is a belief system. A belief system that we must get rid of very, very quickly, because it is unhelpful to our developmental aspiration. I know that people will criticize me for this, but look, listen, there is enough work for God to do, but we haven't done our own share. So when our children pass, we thank God. When we build a house, we thank God. When we win a match, we thank God. When we do anything, in our daily conversations now, there is too much God. We should get to work. And that's something, it's a mindset thing. Because it then, in my view, it then doesn't give you confidence that you actually achieved everything, if everything was done by God. I know that God says walk and pray, but are we walking?
Guys, I just like he said we want to make money. God didn't make money. It was man that made money. Money is not part of what he created on creation day. It's government who made money. So don't go and pray for money. Go and work for money, he said. Also, the former Lagos State governor said the country is not as divided as portrayed by several quarters. He said a survey he conducted in 2017 and repeated in 2018 showed that about 72% of Nigerians saw themselves first as Nigerians, compared to about 25% who saw themselves as belonging to their various ethnic groups. The two-time governor turned minister also said it was important to note that despite attempts by different groups to drum up secession agenda, inter-ethnic marriages are still happening across the country. So, guys, in my opinion, what Fashola has said about, I don't know the extent at which he's really taking it to. Of course, God has his responsibilities, and we have our responsibilities, because even in other climb, it doesn't really work that way. They do things. There are some things that you need to do as a person. There are some things you need to do as a government. But in our own side here, it's a different ballgame entirely. It is the same set of people, the same government, the same people who are leading us. They have pushed us even to God's responsibility. What our own responsibility, we've shifted it to God. This same particular set of people who are the government, the so-called leaders. Like when you go to other climes, they will be telling you, you guys call God too much because your government has failed to do what they need to do. That's why you go to church. That's why you go to mosque. You go to pray to God for everything. Are you gonna blame people? Does it mean people are not working hard? Does it mean people are not struggling to make ends meet? Is it supposed to be like that? It's not supposed to be like that, because at the end of the day, is it the people that are being governed by the so-called leaders that would make policy to make the economy grow? Is it the same people that will repair roads? Is it from their own pockets of money they are going to make roads? He's talking about that people need to work more. The taxes they are getting, the money they are getting, is it from their own pocket? Is it not from taxpayers' money they are getting all of those things? And at the end of the day, the taxpayers will pay them. They will pay their tax, and you guys will take the money and squander it. We know those people who squander the money. They will squander the money, and what do you expect? The people will work, you not pay them salary. So who do you want them to go to? Of course, because they cannot do anything to you, because they cannot fight you. If they protest, you are going to lock them up. So who do you think that they will run to? They cannot call international bodies. They cannot call international community to come and help them, because there's a limit at which those one can interfere in the affair of Nigeria. There's a limit. They can only advise. And that is why a lot of these our politicians are getting away with a lot of things. The people, who do you expect them to call? Is, of course, there is no light. Now, he was in charge of a power. I don't know whether he's in power, in charge of power. He's not in charge of power again. He was in charge of power. How effective is our electricity now, our power supply? It's the same Fashola that was telling us that we should be grateful to God, that if we go to other countries, other neighboring countries, they don't even have the hours that we have electricity. They don't even have. That was what he was telling us. Is the same case? Is that the same case in Ghana? Now there is no light. If they just bring the light, oh, up NEPA, thank God that they brought light. Everybody will be running the scatter. The work you are supposed to do to make sure we have light, we didn't get the light, and we don't still have that light. So who do you expect us to turn to? Does it mean people are not working? The other day, the president said the youth are lazy. Youth are lazy. When you see people on the street every now and then, day in, day out, people are not working, and you want to be tasking them. The other time, the minister, the FIRS man was saying, because Nigerians talk too much. Is it the government that buys the data for them when they talk too much on phone, that they need to be tasked? If Nigerians are not working, they can come and defend themselves. They can come and try to shift blame to some other things. Of course, we call God too much. That is what is happening, which is not supposed to be. In a way, is right, but because they are not doing their own part, people are struggling. He wants to tell me that for the fact that he's in that position, he wants to tell me that he's the only son. Other people are not sons that are not even making it up to what he's making. They have not attained to where he has gotten to. So does it mean they are not hardworking? Sons like him as well. But because of irregularity, because of things are not working, of course, everybody cannot be there. But what we are saying is that since you are there, manning the affair of this country, you should do the needful. The issue of housing, we have a lot of homeless people, even the so-called people who are working for the government, that even the government should be able to they can really coordinate them for them to get housing. They are not even getting their salary. Is it somebody you have been holding for close to 6 months that you want to talk about a housing for? How do you deduct the money from the housing, the roads and all of that? What are we going to say about that? So it's really, 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 really pathetic when they come up to come and say a lot of things. At the end of the day, Nigerians will be at the receiving end. So that is just my own take from all that he has said. So with this statement, a lot of Nigerians are really reacting, and they are not really taking it easy with him on this statement. Someone says Nigerians depend too much on God because they are so poor and can only achieve anything with God. The government made its people to be poor, and people depend on God for intervention. For the first time, this man vomited nonsense. Do you think it is your power to get to where you are today? There are many people out there that are more hardworking than you, but they are not privileged. Do you think where you are today it's by your power or by your handiwork? To be sincere, if I have to say what I have on my mind, you will know you lack sense, Mr. Minister. We depend so much on God because of criminal like you who steal what you should use for the common man in the streets. You see why I never like any politician in Nigeria, because none of them worship God, and here is the total example of them. Thanks very much, sir. If there is robbery or terrorism attack in US, Europe, citizen comment will be based on how to improve security, science and technology to avoid the repeat but in Africa, God. Bible say, Quran say, Jesus say, Bible quotations everywhere. Africans are confused. They forget that God help those who help themselves. If God can take control of everything, then why he allowed Adam and Eve to eat the forbidden fruit? Why he chased Satan from heaven to earth with the people of earth and the mighty man of God or something? Africans, let's fight our battles, leave God alone. Of course, leave God alone, like what this person is saying. Okay, now is it he's talking about the terrorism? Is it the citizens that will fight the terrorism? Is it the citizens that will fight poverty? I don't know how people, because it's in two ways. Because when people have tried their best and their own power has really failed them, and the God himself, he believes in governments that we should go by what the government does. Most times you need to respect the people in authority, but people in authority, they don't reciprocate that duty of theirs to be able to do the right thing. And that's why you see people complaining. The other minister was saying that people should not insult Buhari, they should not talk to Buhari because he's the president. It is the president who is enjoying himself, moving from one country to another, going for one speech, and all of that, and people are suffering. You are just saying you are working, but people are not seeing the effect. See everywhere. Somebody is talking about US and whatever. The manner to which our politicians behave, is that the way they behave over there? No, they don't behave over there because they have their own duties to 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 carry out, and they do it diligently, and the masses do not have any excuse than to fall in line, to follow suit. That is just the way it is. So guys, I would like to hear from you what you think about all of these things. There will be mixed reaction because we need to look at everything on both sides. God has his own responsibility to do. We have our own responsibilities to do. But in as much you do your own and you are not seeing the results, and the people who are supposed to lead you are not helping the matter, who are you going to focus on? That is why you see God, and a lot of people have taken that for granted. So leave your comments below in the comment section. Thank you very much. Bye.